put the wipers.
Hey people, welcome to, what day is it today? Saturday? Friday? Friday. Welcome to the Friday live stream here from, not Toronto, from my hometown North Bay, Ontario, about 3.5 hours drive north of Toronto. And we're looking at the North Bay waterfront right now. This is Lake Nipissing, looking towards downtown North Bay. And I have a special guest with me here. You might all remember this.
Hey guys, I'm back.
Dude, it's my friend Jim.
I'm here.
Who lives here in North Bay.
Yep.
And he's going to be joining me for the walk around town. I'm going to see what's new and different since my last visit to North Bay, which was just a little over a year ago. And I think it's around 17 degrees right now, and it's pretty sunny. It's pretty windy though also. Kind of a blustery sort of day. And I see we got Vivian Johnson, good afternoon. Alan K. Hello Marge. Carol L.E. Falcom Scott. Hello Modano. Kevin Hawthorne. H. Hill. Picard is here. Good to see everyone. Davey Bukaj. Upstate New York Bob. What's up Bob?
Upstate Bob?
Yep, and we're in Brad Palmerland, that's right. We're in Brad and Marie Palmerland here. Thank you, Felcom. Nice view. Hey, Lena Sandoval. Novella Coast is here. This is the first Continuum stream you've seen. Really? You haven't watched any of my previous ones? So, welcome everyone. We're going to make our way away from the waterfront into some of the neighborhoods and downtown, but then we'll make our way back to the waterfront later on. North Bay's cruise ship.
When was the last time we went on that, Ken?
Probably around 2008.
Yeah.
Maybe 2008, maybe, yeah.
It's a fun little jaunt.
So when I was working at Canadian Tire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, no. I went in 2010. I went one more time after that, 2010. Yeah, that's right. 2010. I went with a couple of friends. Steve, you know Steve Walls?
Steve?
Yeah.
Does he watch?
I don't know. Yeah.
So you gotta show him how big the lake is over on this side.
Yeah, we'll check out the lake. Martin Van Owen, Miss Lobabob, hello. Maroof, Toronto's doo-wop music guy. Good to see everyone. Dirk G. All right, let's check out Lake Nipissing here.
Beautiful Lake Nipissing.
When you look straight down this part of the lake, it looks like it goes on forever.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Yeah, because you can't see the other side of it just in this one section here.
See, I'm not a science teacher, but I used to hear that means it's at least 7 kilometers.
Yeah, well I think it's 50 miles long.
Yeah.
Like from one end to the other. It's not as wide. It's sort of elongated, so North Bay is on the northeastern sort of shore of the lake. So you're looking due west here, pretty much, along the longest part of the lake. That's why you can't see the other side of it. Over here you can see across the lake. You can see some of the hills off in the distance.
Yeah, what's over there?
That's just the other side. There's nothing much over there though. Like Calendar is down there to the south.
Yeah.
But over here, I don't think much of anything. You got some islands out there, the Manitou Islands.
Never been. Does that wind mess your audio sometimes?
A little bit. That's why I put this thing on.
Oh, you got the little...
Yeah.
I see what you're doing.
Hey, Firestorm, hello.
And I can't remember. You weren't born in North Bay.
No. I was born in Wallaceburg.
It's pretty much your hometown.
Yeah,
Like,
because
you think of you think of North Bay.
I moved here when I was 5 years old, so...
Wallaceburg, where's that?
It's near Chatham, Windsor, southwestern Ontario. I was a baby. I remember moving to North Bay though when I was 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because first we lived in Nipissing. What was that?
Too.
Was that a fish?
Yeah, Loch Ness Nipissing Monster.
We lived in Nipissing Junction first, and then we moved to Whitson Street.
I don't know if there's a Nipissing Monster, but you've heard of the, what was it, Trout Lake Monster?
Yeah, the Trout Lake Monster, yeah.
It's a real legend.
Yeah. Hey, Capellan, hello.
Was there not a band, the Trout Lake Monsters?
There was,
it really?
yeah.
How did that pop in my head randomly?
Yeah, that guy Barry who was...
Oh, from the record
From
store?
the record store was in that band, yeah.
Rest in peace, Barry.
Yeah.
He was a cool guy.
Alright, so we're going to walk along the dock here.
What was the store? No. It was a franchise that he ran, the record store.
Records on Wheels?
Records on Wheels,
yeah.
yes.
And then it became something else after that.
Yeah.
AV Entertainment or
Yes,
something, yeah.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Really kind of perfect weather for a stroll, really.
Yeah. It's just kind of hard to see the screen when it's so bright like this.
Yeah.
Hey, Robert Graziano, that's
Robert.
right. I met Robert yesterday.
Oh, on the bus?
On the bus, of all places. My bus ride to North Bay. Robert was on the same bus as me, isn't that a coinkydink? It was awesome meeting you, Robert. Thanks again for all of your awesome support. Hey, Upstate New York Bob, a $5 super chat. Good to see you streaming. Have a great visit. Thank you. I'm having a very nice visit so far. Thanks very much, Upstate New York Bob. Hope all is well with you.
Then I gotta go visit Ken. We'll do a video in Toronto.
Cheers, Upstate New York Bob. Thank you. You're still in shock, Robert? Hey, Alex Oliveira, hello.
Is it shock from seeing you?
Yeah.
You're like you didn't do, remember Wayne's World? We're not worthy. I'm not worthy.
Got some wave action here on the lake.
Yeah, they were actually even bigger when we came up.
Right.
I think they settled down a little bit.
Yeah, the trees are turning color up here already, yeah.
Oh, they're not in trouble?
Not yet, no.
See, when we walked up, there was a bunch of ducks, and well, now there's just this stupid seagull.
Oh. Look how shallow the water is here.
Yeah.
Like the seagulls are standing on land. They're standing in the water.
Is that what they're called? Duck? Is it seagull feet?
I guess so, yeah.
What is it called? They're like little paddles, like they're wet. It's probably a name for it.
Just gull feet? I don't know.
See, they're eating see them? The little minnows? They're eating
Oh, there's little mini minnows down there, yeah. Little itty bitty minnows.
Did I ever tell you really quick? I think I told you, Ken. I was getting to work. It was first thing in the morning. I saw a seagull. Not that big of a deal. So I get out and I'm like, what is it eating? And it was like choking something back. And I thought, okay, it's eating some fries or something that someone dropped out of their car or something like that. And I looked closer. It was swallowing, this is no word of a lie, swallowing like another bird. Like, I was just like a little Tweety bird. But
oh,
swallowing
no.
it live.
Oh,
and
no.
like, you can see like the wings flapping. So I was like, oh my God, I'd never seen a seagull do anything like
wow.
that before. So I'm like, I go home and I Google it. I'm like, do seagulls? And I guess they do. Like,
yeah.
I've never seen it.
I've never seen that either.
This is something you expect like an owl or
right?
a hawk or something. You know, the seagulls, yeah, they eat other birds. I saw it.
Jeez.
I got freaked out.
Hey, Firestorm, hello. Colleen, what's up? JD, welcome. Check out the beach. Looks pretty nice. No one is on the beach though.
A little on the cool side for beach.
Yeah. You could still get a suntan, I think.
Do you remember, Ken, though? I don't want to be negative here, but do you remember for a while you were like, they strongly advised people not to swim? It seemed like forever in Lake Nipissing. Remember?
Yeah, the itch, right?
Yeah.
They call it the itch.
But I guess that's gone now. Like, but I think that people still have that kind of lingering thing in their head from years of like, don't swim in Lake Nipissing.
Right. I just did. I never really paid much attention. No. Scott Briggs, what's up? All right, so we're going to head away from the waterfront. We'll see more of this later, though, coming from the other end. Yeah. Hey, good afternoon, Jeanette. Maxim, hello.
Ken, I wanted to ask you, this randomly popped in my head. Do you recall, I remember you telling me about this, that you were declared, and I can't remember who or why all the details, the ambassador to North Bay. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I was thinking about that the other day.
Yeah.
Because you had written a letter, right, to the newspaper or something?
Yeah. Yeah, and they sent me a bunch of stuff welcoming me to the ambassador program or whatever.
Did they send you like a sheet of paper? Like,
they sent me like a fancy
really?
binder thing. Like a leather binder that had the North Bay logo on it.
Really? I remember that.
Nothing ever came of it.
It's funny, Ken, that you used to be kind of known as like the guy that walks around in North Bay.
Yeah.
And now you're kind of known as the guy that walks around Toronto.
I know, right?
You're like upgraded.
I'm probably more known in Toronto for that than I was for that in North Bay.
And you didn't video back in North Bay.
Right. Hey, Alan K. For the Greco's Pizza Fund. It's my favorite. It is my favorite. Thank you very much for the $5, Alan K, towards the Greco's Pizza Fund.
You know, Weird Al went to Greco's.
Cheers, Alan. Thank you very much. Weird Al went there. I think a lot of people went there. Yeah.
Did you tell me?
I think I did. Yeah. Yeah. One day I worked at Greco's. Yeah.
What were you saying? It was too messy.
It was too hot.
Too hot.
The kitchen was too hot, and I got covered in.
Did they offer free pizza though?
Covered in flour, and it just wasn't for me.
Employee discount.
I don't know. I never stuck around long enough to find out.
Still counts though. You're a former employee at Greco's.
Yeah. Hey, Yarrow Bumblefoot. Watching from Midtown, TO. Andy Wood. This is Memorial Drive. This is the street that winds along the waterfront. April Wine, hello.
April Wine.
Was there ever a Don's Pizza? I'm not sure.
Don's from Timmins.
Don's?
That's up in my neighborhood.
I think
Don's.
I guess that's...
You remember Don's, Ken?
Not from North Bay.
No, but you used to
I remember it.
Talkers.
Okay, yeah, I guess. But it was never a North Bay thing,
No,
right?
no. That's way up north.
Yeah, no Don's in North Bay.
I think Don's is still open. They used to have a few stores, but I think the main store was in Timmins.
Okay.
That was good pizza.
Wind is blowing my hair all over the place.
Your haircut.
I can't even see where I'm going here. All right.
Enjoy the haircut. enjoy it.
Enjoy it, yeah. Ellen Niemer, hello. We're crossing the CP rail line here.
I used to take the train to Toronto when I was a little kid with my dad. I remember one of my first memories was coming. The train would go literally just through North Bay. Remember, and for years they had the, you know what I'm talking about, like over the
trussels?
Yeah, trussels, bridges or whatever.
Yeah.
Which were nice in their own way, for and then they just
Yeah, you can get a nice view when you're going through town on that rail line, but it's all gone now.
Yeah.
Hey, Janice Pike, hello. Alright, so this is a Friday at rush hour.
Yeah. And if anyone wants to do like a little sing-along, I know sometimes you guys do sing-alongs. Just throwing that out there.
Okay, you. It's a relatively new hotel there, the Homewood Suites.
It's new, yeah.
Well, it's newish, not brand new, but.
I didn't even know it existed until just now.
Yeah.
It's big enough.
I'm not sure how booked up it is. I guess it's the parking lot seems fairly full, so. Hey, Vivian Johnson, a $10 super chat for some of that famous pizza. The famous Greco's pizza. Thank you very much, Vivian.
Is there just the one Greco's, or do they have any others?
There was another one on Lakeshore, but it burned down,
but they
right?
were both in North Bay.
Yeah.
That was not, they never had any outside of it.
Not that I know of, no. Thank you very much, Vivian Johnson, towards the Greco's Fund. Much appreciated. Well, let's go over here.
So how many years, Ken, has it been since your first video?
6.5, or almost, not even, just over 6.
And how many videos now?
Like 17, 1800.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey Yahya, how you doing?
And if you could pick one place, anywhere in the world, to do a stream, any city, where would you go?
I don't know. I would have said Tokyo, but
Tokyo?
But that's been done quite a bit lately.
Yeah, you'd want to pick something that's not.
I don't know.
Really... So I was thinking you were going to say something like Brooklyn.
Maybe Liverpool.
Oh yeah,
Liverpool, because that's kind of where I'd like to go.
Well, you went there before, right?
No, I never went to Liverpool.
But you went to England.
I went to England, but I didn't make it to Liverpool. Yeah. Hey, Peter Stock and Marge, a $5 super for the root beer to enjoy the pizza with. Thank you very much, Marge. That is very important.
For root beer?
Yeah, you can't have some Greco's pizza without some root beer.
Do they sell alcohol like Greco's?
I don't know. I've never looked into it.
Well, yeah, you don't drink.
I think they do, though.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do.
Thank you very much, Marge, for the root beer fund. Hey, Brett Mallon, hello. This is Murray Street. There's some really nice along here. This is the west.
A lot of people are out walking their dogs.
The
and stuff.
old West End, yeah. This is the North Bay Courthouse over here. Hey, Gregory Pool.
You know what I always liked about you, Ken, though? You're a brisk walker. I'm kind of a brisk walker myself.
Yeah. I'm not walking very briskly right now,
No.
though. No.
And we've probably subconsciously or unconsciously gotten slower.
I'm kind of doing a more leisurely walk here, just so we can make the stream last a little longer, because there's not as much to walk around and look at. Not as many places to go.
Well, one of these days you'll have to do one down in my new neighborhood down
in Ferris. Yeah.
Hey.
I know all of them.
Sub
right,
areas and whatnot.
Ellen Niemer, $5. You'll need some root beer to wash all that pizza down. Yes, very much so, and I'll add that to the existing root beer fund. Thank you. Thank you very much, Ellen, also for contributing to the root beer fund to go along with the pizza. Much appreciated, Ellen. Thank you. Thank you very much. Houses downtown here. They used to just call this the Senator's Mansion. I'm not sure if that's what they still call it or not.
What was it called? Canada's Mansion?
The Senator's Mansion, because the senator used to live here.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. But I don't know who lives there now.
Is it bigger? Do you think it's not bigger than that one up airport, that really big fancy mansion?
Oh, I don't know if it's bigger than that one.
You know which one I'm referring to?
Yeah. Is that still the biggest house up there, do you think?
Yeah. As far as I know.
Yeah.
Straight on?
Yeah, let's keep going straight. Copeland Street. These are just all residential neighborhoods on the edge of downtown. Got nice old brick houses here. Most of them are detached homes. Going back over 100 years for most of these houses.
Speaking of videos, you know what videos I've been watching recently? And there's a ton of them on YouTube, freight hopping videos, you know, young people who like just decide to go, mostly in the States, there's some in Canada, but they'll just decide to, like, you know, freight hop, jump on a train as it like heads across the country or whatever.
Yeah.
To kind of do a hobo thing.
Right.
Remember there was an old doc, there's been a few documentaries, there's one in particular I remember you told me about and I watched it, but it's something I've always wanted to do, but now it's just, I'm too old.
You don't want to freight hop now?
I just like die or something.
Hey Tiana, hello. I'm in Northern Ontario, Tiana, although not your town. Tiana's in the Sault Ste. Marie. This is my buddy Jim, Scott.
Hello.
This is Jim. It's just an old friend. He's appeared in a bunch of my videos and streams before.
One or two.
Yeah.
Can't you shit?
In Toronto, though.
We've known each other for like, oh my god, man, like early to
Like
mid 80s.
35 years or so. Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. Because Jim was pals with my cousin.
Yeah.
So, up in Cochrane, so that's where Jim lived, where my cousin lives.
And we'd come up once or twice a year.
And I used to go up there to visit, you know, my cousins in Cochrane, and Jim would be around hanging out with my cousin Justin, and that's how I met Jim.
Justin, if you're watching, hello. Ty, if you're watching, hello.
And then Jim moved to North Bay for college, and he never left. So then we started hanging out because he was here and I was here.
We used to go to shows.
Yeah.
And we're going to go to a show tonight, so we still have
we're going to go to a show tonight. That's right.
good old B.A. Johnson.
Yep.
Guys, look him up if you're inclined.
B.A. Johnson.
B.A. Johnson.
Tom Seeley, $5. Did North Bay have a notorious local band that would destroy stuff and get
B.A.
banned from venues?
Well, I don't, yeah.
Was there a band like that you can remember that would destroy stuff?
Well, yeah, well, I mean, I don't know about band, but we definitely saw things get destroyed.
Yeah, I don't remember a band that got banned from venues.
But yeah, well, we used to go to
But we saw lots of shows where bands destroyed stuff, that's for sure.
We go to punk shows and metal shows, and BA is neither of those, but he'll break things too.
Mike Landry, $2 super sticker. Thank you very much, Mike, for your support, and welcome to the stream. And thank you again, Tom Seeley. I'll try to remember if there was a band like that.
Remember the Bozo Porno
Circus? Yeah. Thank you very much to both of you for the support. Much appreciated.
I remember back in the day, man, we did like sometimes 4 or 5, like
yeah, we saw We saw countless shows,
Oh,
like
yeah, we go a couple times
countless.
a week,
Yeah,
easy.
yeah. All right, here is Algonquin Avenue.
Where are we going?
I don't know. I don't want to go down Main Street yet.
I feel like this is one of the busier intersections.
Yeah. Now you have to kind of get away from downtown to see busyness, you know?
We'll walk by Greco's.
Like downtown itself isn't busy anymore, but if you go to the more shopping center, mall, plaza, suburban type areas, then it's busy. Everyone is going to those places now. People don't go downtown anymore.
No.
Nope.
What was the name of that venue, Ken? We used to go see death metal bands there. It was way down Lakeshore. I was trying to remember the name of it the other day.
The Lakeview?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the Lakeview.
Is that place still open, or like?
I don't think so. This is Algonquin Avenue.
The BA should be fun tonight. My favorite BA memory. You weren't there, Ken. It was a couple years back at the Fraser. He came out with the little sparklers that he does.
Yeah.
And he put them in a cup, and he started singing that the cup caught fire.
Right?
So he had to run out the front of the Fraser with this fiery cup in his hand, and he was still singing
Oh, jeez.
while he was doing it. And he runs out to the sidewalk, and everyone's chasing him. And he never stops performing, and he's like stomping out this fire. Anyway, it was typical BA. It was fun.
Right. Sometimes B.A. Johnson is compared to G.G. Allen a little bit, right?
Yeah. But
Yeah. Except not as...
I don't know if people really. I agree, but I don't
Yeah.
know if people understand the reasoning behind that comparison. It's because of the randomness.
Right.
That's what it is. BA, you go. Things that
Yeah.
GG would have done.
It's not as, like,
Vulgar or
disgusting
insane,
or
yeah.
whatever, yeah.
But I think that's just what's meant by the comparison. GG Allen would also just do random stuff. Like you
Yeah.
go and you never know what was going to happen or what to expect. So I
Right.
think that's where that comparison.
And oftentimes gross bodily
Well, yeah.
functions would take place and all that
can
sort of thing.
happen with BA too, but not on the same level.
Right, right. Hey, Mr. Sunjib, hello. How you doing?
Remember there was a record store down here?
Yeah, remember there was an all-metal record
Yeah.
store? Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I don't think it was open that long.
No. Not even a year.
It was a cool little shop. Is that Pitbull? I think it's Pitbull.
Looks like it. Alright, we're going to cross to the other side. We'll walk past Greco's, the famous pizza place.
Hey Kenny, why did the chicken cross the road?
Tell me.
It was stapled to GG Allen's face.
Oh my god. Show us the oldest home in North Bay. I don't even know what the oldest home in North Bay is.
Do you know what area would be kind of the oldest area?
It's probably somewhere around here. North Bay was founded in 1882, so I'm not sure if there's any houses left from that time, but that would probably be about as old as they get. There might have been some cabins and stuff around before then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hunting.
Yeah.
Tents.
This is a new restaurant here. Caribbean Jerk. So
Caribbean or Caribbean? Obviously
yeah,
Caribbean.
Caribbean.
Both are correct.
Jerk is jerk though.
Oh, they got like a little takeout. Oh, I think that's like a little takeout window.
Yeah. So we're getting more diversity in the restaurant scene here. Hey Divyesh Patel, how you doing?
Do they look sizable? Oh yeah. Yep. They look like they're enjoying the food.
Yeah. Here's the Pro Cathedral, big downtown Catholic church.
I used to work there. Remember I used to work over here? upstairs at the call center.
Oh, was it over here?
Well, we're getting kind of close.
Oh, okay. Hey, we got over 200 people. Welcome everyone to walk through my hometown, North Bay. If you're just joining.
It's like the MTV. The MTV.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
What's the most people you've ever had on the stream, Ken? Just 200. That's a fair amount.
I think the most I've ever had is about 4,000.
Whoa.
Yeah. That was for New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd you go for that? Obviously Toronto.
Yeah, just to the waterfront.
Right.
Yeah.
Fireworks and all.
Yeah. This used to be DeMarco's. Now it's Crossroads Convenience. But they still have the old DeMarco's sign up here. It's sort of like a heritage thing, you know?
Really, yeah.
Yeah. It was just an old school store, you know, from 1928.
And here's Greco's. And to answer a question from earlier, yes, it is licensed under the LLBO. We can go in here and drink later.
There we go. Actually, the picture of me in the thumbnail for the stream is me standing with this sign in the background here, the Greco's Pizza sign.
Established 1969.
That's the year I was born. Yeah. Coincidence? I think not.
Man, so you were born in 69.
Yeah.
So 69, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010, 2020s. Dude, your life has spanned what, 8 decades?
The 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s, the 2020s. So seven decades.
Into your 8th, because it's 2024.
Well, we're still in the 2020s though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I
So
added one.
7 decades. I've lived within 7 different decades somehow, even though I'm only 55.
I remember I started dating a girl, and we started dating in like November, and then come like, you know, it was only like 3 months later, I was like, you know, our relationship spans 2 years. She was like, we've only been dating for like a couple of weeks. Sure, but it spans 2 years.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. This is McIntyre Street. I used to live on McIntyre Street, but way down
Classic.
in the East End.
I miss that place, Ken.
You missed that place? Yeah.
You don't miss it?
Yeah.
A little bit.
I don't know. Not really.
Well, I don't mean the place, but just that time. Like,
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Yeah. I've always thought this was a kind of a neat building here.
Yeah.
It has like apartments above. I think there used to be. Well, maybe there wasn't actually. I don't think there was ever retail here. I think it was always just residential. But it has this driveway through it.
So imagine having your like bedroom, your cars going.
Yeah. I've seen it all. I've seen it all.
Yeah, like I said, McIntyre almost said the nickname. But your old cat George, miss him.
Yep, George. I think everyone has heard of George the cat, who watches my channel.
Little George.
And here's the synagogue here in downtown.
I've always wanted to go in here.
I think they fixed it up. It was all run down, and they fixed it up quite a bit here. It's still a functional synagogue. There's still a smaller Jewish community now. There used to be a bigger Jewish community like decades ago, but
I think they definitely.
it has sort of dwindled in size, but the synagogue is still going.
Because it's still like a functioning.
Yeah, it's still functioning, yeah. Oh, we got North Bay driving shenanigans.
See, in North Bay, when something like that happens, they go beep, 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 beep. In Toronto, they go beep.
Right? Hey, William Fong, hello. There's a Masonic temple. Yeah, there's a Masonic temple here too.
Yeah, it's around here, isn't it?
It's on First. We'll go look at it. We'll go look at the Masonic temple here.
I've always wanted to go in there too. They fixed this place up too. Remember this place, Ken?
Oh, the Night's Inn, yeah. Hey, Gertage, hello.
Should we walk by the freezer?
Yeah. Let's turn here on...
You want to go through the tunnel?
We'll turn on Fraser. Maybe we could.
See that little pic I put up of me, you, and BA?
Yep.
It's like, man, you know, it seems like it wasn't that long ago, but I'm like, you know, we look pretty young.
It was long enough. Jeez.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Probably like
more than
15 years, yeah. Like, it was definitely over 15 years because I was living in North Bay. So.
We look pretty hot in that pic, that's what I'm saying. Including BA.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, here is Fraser Street. We're going to walk hotel.
That's a big building.
This used to be one of downtown's premier hotels, but now it's a retirement residence, the Empire Living Center.
Hey Ken, have you had any of those, you know, pinheads get up in your face like, don't record me, man, that sort of thing lately?
Not too much lately, no. Thankfully.
You're learning.
Yeah.
There's Twigs, pretty locally known.
Yeah, that's sort of a local independent coffee place.
It's a good place.
They have a few other locations. They've expanded a bit.
Well, they definitely have two. They have more than two?
There's like one up by the college, I think.
No, that one, yeah.
And I think they expanded to Sudbury too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's the LCBO. You know, I guess you can get beer and wine at the local corner stores.
Right.
I haven't went there myself to get any, but not yet.
Hey, Fasung, hello. Welcome. This is Worthington Street. Hey, walk every day. John Gordon is the Bluebird restaurant. That is long gone.
Over here is the North Bay Nugget. I worked there for a little while.
Oh, yes. North Bay Nugget. I remember you had a few articles published, eh?
Yeah. Well, I used to work for the Northline Post in Crawford.
Right.
Which is like the oldest newspaper in Northern Ontario or something. Oh, that reminds me. Because you had said North Bay, Northern Ontario. And
the Nugget.
What's that?
I'm just showing the Nugget.
Oh, the Nugget, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Jefferson Rivas, hello.
And that's what it's referred to. But do you recall a few years ago, Paul Schaefer, who was Canadian?
Yeah.
He referred to North Bay as Southern Ontario?
Well, it's just, I don't know, it's because it's on the border between Northern and Southern Ontario, I guess.
Because they were doing it was like stupid people trips or something, but she was from Thunder Bay. And David Letterman said, Paul, you're from that area where, and he said, well, Thunder Bay is Southern Ontario. No, sorry. He said Thunder Bay is Northern Ontario, North Bay is Southern Ontario. I'm like, that doesn't sound right.
Well, compared to Thunder Bay, North Bay is Southern Ontario, yeah.
But still, who refers to North Bay as Southern Ontario?
Oh, nobody really, yeah.
You know?
But it is sort of right on the border, though.
If you get technical.
Yeah. That's why they call it the gateway to the north, right?
Like if you drew a line straight across on a map, yeah, it would be in the southern half.
It goes right through the overpass. If you go over the overpass, there's little markers on one of the poles, the light standard that says geographical divide, Northern and Southern Ontario.
I did not even know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Here's the Correctional Services Building. Let's go look at the Masonic Temple.
It's down here?
Yeah.
Don't forget the Fraser.
Yeah, the Fraser over there. It's a bar. Lots of shows would take place there. There's the old CN rail anymore. I think it's offices now for a non-profit organization or something. Hey, Jelly Bean, hello.
Okay, who wanted to see the Masonic Temple?
So here's the North Bay Masonic Temple building right here. It's actually a pretty nice building.
Have you ever went inside?
I never went inside, no.
Yeah, it is kind of nice.
Yeah. 1928 is when this was built.
I know we're pretty close to it. I can't remember if it's older or not as old, but it also has, it's that church. This one I'm talking about. It's on the one-way street.
Okay.
But it's super old too, but I can't remember what the date on it is. But it's probably around there anyway.
And this building over here was the old North Bay Normal School, which was a teacher's college with the big dome on top. There's a few of these around Ontario that all look the same. So this was North Bay's normal school. And then it got incorporated into this government office complex here. This is the Ministry of Correctional Services and something else, I think, now.
See, this whole area, the part looks like it was added on well after this part on the right, I think.
Yeah, because this is really old, the dome part. This part here is from the 80s when they built this in the late 80s, yeah. It just says Ontario Government Building now. It used to say Ministry of Correctional Services, so I don't know what's exactly going on in here anymore. Am I a member of the Freemasons? I seem like the Mason type.
What?
Am I a member of the Freemasons? Are we, Jim?
Are you?
Are you?
We couldn't.
Are we both? Maybe
I?
we shouldn't talk about it. Yeah.
Change the subject. There used to be an Oddfellows Lodge or whatever you call it too. Down,
right.
Yeah, down up Algonquin.
Right. I remember that. Yeah. There's the Royal Canadian Legion branch.
Yep. One time it was closed or whatever. We went there and you can just go in and just have a beer. I didn't know.
Yeah.
At least you could back then.
Let me get another look at the... Whoa, if the sun will stop reflecting. Get another look at the old normal school here. There we go.
They have a pool in there. I heard. I think.
In the Legion?
No,
in this building?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think.
well, that's cool. Hey, Mara Goodger, hello. Robert, yeah, she did go all the way to North Bay, unfortunately.
Who's that?
There's a person on the bus who was being a dingus.
Oh, yeah?
Smoking in the bathroom on the bus. You know, just...
Like weed or just like cigarettes?
Listening to loud music on her
music?
phone. I don't know, it was stupid.
Stupid
Just
techno something.
sitting in the very back seat of the bus, you know, the very back one right beside the bathroom.
Yeah.
Listening to her loud music and then going into the bathroom to smoke, right? And like the whole bus just reeked of cigarettes, you know. That's a big ass house. And she looked pregnant too. Like she had a belly. I thought she was pregnant, but I don't know.
You never know.
Yeah.
There's the Senate?
Yeah, Memorial Park.
Memorial?
Yeah.
That's a nice little park.
Yeah, let's just check it out. Yeah.
Remember we came to that, what was it? War protest thing here, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The North Bay Peace Alliance.
Yeah, Peace Alliance.
Yeah. So this is the cenotaph here at Memorial Park.
1923. Oh yeah, I was right, Cenotaph Station.
Yeah. Right beside the Legion. Looks
Yeah,
like,
this is where they have the, obviously, the Remembrance Day ceremonies and all.
I'm trying to show stuff on this stream that I didn't on my last stream, or the one before that.
Where's going the last one?
Just kind of up and down Main Street and the waterfront. We're still going to do that, but I also want to show some other areas this time. Because, I mean, you know, there's not a whole lot to do for a 2-hour stream, you know?
And you remember I used to live around here, Cam? Don't miss it, to be honest with you.
No?
No, not really.
Yeah, there's some sort of rough neighborhoods around here, actually. Yeah. Like the East End, which is basically everything on the other side of Ferguson here. We'll go over here again.
Sure.
It's considered sort of like the rougher side of town.
Yeah, it is.
I lived in the East End on McIntyre East, which is usually considered the roughest part of the East End. It used to be anyway. It's not like it's rough, like you're gonna get murdered or anything, though.
You gotta be careful.
There's just characters around, that's all.
You gotta be more careful than you did 20 years ago.
Yeah. That's the Federal Building, as they used to call it. There's a post office branch there, the main downtown post office. There's a building on Bay Street in downtown Toronto that looks almost exactly like this, except it's a bit taller. It has like maybe double the height, but the design and everything, the materials, it's almost like an exact duplicate.
Since you've been doing this a bit of Toronto, but is there still any places in Toronto that you really want to get to? Like,
that I really want to get to?
Yeah.
Not really, no.
kind of cover them?
I've done all the interesting parts of Toronto, pretty much. The only parts I haven't been to are the more suburban areas that are not that interesting. That's City Hall, that glassy building you see off in the distance there. North Bay City Hall. It's a big glass box, basically. But there's a council chamber that looks like a circular flying saucer, sort of like the flying saucer at Toronto City Hall.
What do you mean flying saucer?
There's like the round thing, you know, beside City Hall. The council chamber. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know.
That round concrete building right beside it.
All I know is that's where I go when I get a parking ticket.
Right.
That's where you get paid. I think at least it was.
Hey, John Nicholson. Sorry for missing any chats here. The stream is hard to see because it's kind of bright out here.
It could have been an issue on my end, but I actually logged into one of your streams not too long ago. I'm talking within the last couple of weeks, and I could watch it. Everything was fine, but I couldn't see the chat.
Oh.
And I was like, Kenny, are you seeing this? Like,
that's weird.
You know, I don't know if it was
Must have been a glitch or something.
Yeah, I don't know if it was on my end. I even did try to do a super chat. I'm like, if I get a super chat to you, that means.
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
But I can see the video fine. So,
okay. Hey, Jenny Kritzkamp is here with a $20 super chat.
Nice.
Wow. Late fees.
Late fees?
Paying the late fees, yeah. And for you and Jim to raise some hell in North Bay or get
don't worry
some
about that.
dinner. We're going to raise a little hell.
We're going to be raising some hell a little later.
All right, thank you very much, Jenny, for the generous $20 super chat. And for paying the late fees. Much appreciated. Cheers, Jenny. Thank you very much.
Jenny!
So this is Ferguson Street. I think this street is named after the founder of North Bay, right? John Ferguson.
It would be funny. Like, I know you're not, but it'd be funny if you're just making up BS. Like, Ferguson Street, what year? It'd just be fun. I know you're not, though.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it really was named after that guy, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just making it up.
Because I'm sure there are some guys in some videos that literally just walk around making up stuff.
This is the tallest building in downtown North Bay.
Really?
Right? Yeah. The Golden Age Towers. It's a seniors apartment building. It was built in the early to mid 1970s. I'm gonna say mid 1970s.
It must have been like, it's been the tallest tower for all those years. You would have almost thought by now something else would have came along.
I know. When I was living here, I was, you know, I'm a tall building fan.
Yeah.
I just kept thinking, when are they finally going to build some taller buildings
Yeah.
here? And it just never happened. And I was like, I just give up. I just gave up on waiting for it to happen.
Like, I remember when I was a kid, when I was a little kid, the CN Tower. It was, yeah, you have to say it right. It was the tallest freestanding
structure in the world.
Yeah, in the world.
Yeah.
Now it's not even like
it's still the tallest freestanding structure in the Western Hemisphere, though.
Right, but that's
yeah,
but, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, but not the whole world. No,
no, like not even close.
No.
Yeah. But my point is, obviously, things as years go by, people build something taller or something.
And you know what the ironic thing is? Me as a fan of tall buildings who lived in North Bay, North Bay had a taller building than that one on Lakeshore Drive called the Lakeview Towers. It was another tall apartment building that was 14 stories tall.
Really?
And it was the tallest building in North Bay that was built in the early 1970s. And it was built on a marshy sort of part of town, and it started tilting and sinking into the ground.
You think that'd be something
so they had to demolish it. And I was like,
beforehand?
And I was like, as if I, a fan of tall buildings who lives in North Bay, has to live in a place where they demolished the tallest building in town. You know what I mean? I was like, what is up with that, man?
This is that church I mentioned earlier. I couldn't remember the name, but this,
Trinity.
If you look somewhere, it's got like the date on it. It's super old. I don't know, like where.
Oh yeah, there's quite a few buildings that are like even from the late 1900s still around here.
I think this is.
Late 1800s. I mean, yeah.
So these are 100 years old.
Yeah, it might even be older than that.
Now you go to Europe, you're going to find a church that's like 1,000 or something.
Yeah.
I mean, for around here.
But yeah, there are buildings around here that are over 100 years old for sure. Yeah.
You know the old parking garage.
Yeah.
Not a big deal. It's just a normal parking garage. But they actually held a show here in the summer, and I was like, okay, that's a weird place to have a show. Are they going to do it on top? And that's where they were going to do it. But it started raining.
Oh.
So they put it in the middle. I don't know if I assume they must have got permission to have this concert at this parking garage. But it actually turned out to be a fun little show.
Oh yeah, weird.
It was kind of echoey in there just because of the cement and everything. But
well, let's walk through the parking garage.
Yeah, I used to when I worked downtown, I walked through here every day.
Yeah. Hey, William Burning the Tires, welcome. Janice Pike. Did I already say hi to you, Janice? Just checking out the chat here. Hey, Leanne, hello. Your dad was stationed in North Bay during the Second War. That is some awesome history.
No one has any songs yet for us to sing. We're still waiting.
Because North Bay was known as a military town for a long time. There's still a base here. There's still CFB North Bay, but it's just a shadow of what it used to be.
Okay, you remember back in the 80s, the Cold War and all that? Everything was going crazy, Russia, nuclear bombs. Not that there's still not nuclear bombs, but you might know this better than me. But I remember hearing, if there was a nuclear war, North Bay would be like one of the top 5
because
NORAD.
Because the NORAD facility is based here in North Bay. It's still based here.
So that would be like one of the first targets.
Yeah. Like they had the big underground bunker, right?
Oh, that's closed now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's closed now. But you know the movie War Games with Matthew Broderick? In Colorado Springs, they have that big underground bunker thing. Well, we had the Canadian version of that here, right? It wasn't as big as, or what it was like basically a 3-story office building built under the Canadian Shield. And they had all the screens there where they'd watch all the airspace, the North American airspace to see who was entering our airspace.
Well, they still have that, I think, don't they?
Yeah, they moved it to a new above-ground facility, and they closed down the underground bunker after the Cold War ended, basically, right? They closed all that down.
Before I shout out Steve Neville, North Bay. If you're watching.
Hello, Steve Neville.
Yeah, Steve Neville.
If you're watching.
He sometimes watches later on.
Right.
But he'll definitely check it out since it's great.
This part of McIntyre Street almost looks like a real city right here, eh? Yeah. It almost looks like a decent city right here if you look at the buildings here on McIntyre Street. Yeah.
I used to work here, but this isn't one of the places.
City Hall down there. Hey, Jacques Pilot. Hello again, if I didn't already say hello. All right, let's walk through the parking garage.
Walk through the main street. Let me tell you a quick anecdote. I was leaving work, as I told you, I used to walk through here every day to work, and I was leaving work, so I was coming in the opposite direction. It was nighttime, and I'm minding my own business, walking through it, and I could hear a commotion, because I was walking like where we're walking at the bottom. It was coming from up above, and it sounded like someone was getting murdered. Like, it was, oh, like a bunch of screaming. I'm like, oh my God, like, should I go up there and check it out? Or, it just sounded like there was it sounded like numerous people were just having this huge brawl.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, I gotta just take a look. Like, I hope no one's getting hurt or whatever. So I went up there. It was just people having a hockey game.
Oh, geez.
At the top, but they were just being so loud and
right.
ruckus. You know, it was just fun.
People playing hockey.
Yeah, it was just like without the ice, just
yeah.
A hockey game.
Sort of like Clerks when they were playing hockey.
Yeah. Just heard it though. Oh my God, yeah. It's like a murder scene or something. You never know what kind of. I don't come down here too often, but there's always real nice graffiti. Yeah. If you want to call it that, street art.
So we have some graffiti type alleys here.
Yeah. Well, I think these ones are sanctioned.
Yeah, these ones get changed up every couple years, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's different than it was last time.
I've never seen these ones before.
These are new, I think, new ones.
Newish.
Yeah.
Really nice, beautiful. What's the alley? Remember you took me there one time, the graffiti alley in Toronto?
In Toronto, yeah.
Man, that blew my mind.
It's just called Graffiti Alley.
Yeah, but did they change that up, or is it pretty much?
It gets changed up. Yeah, it gets changed up. Yeah.
See,
but it's it's not really planned out. People just show up and do stuff. You know what I mean? Like, so.
But you're allowed to.
Yeah, yeah.
See, this side here, like, it's nice, but I don't know if you need that much of it. Like, it seems to me like they could have done just a little bit of this and then something else. This is where we're going to be going tonight.
Lou Dogs.
This is where we're going to be drinking.
This is where the show is, at Lou Dogs.
Yes.
So they're reconstructing Main Street here.
Who's Lou?
I have no idea.
Who is Lou?
So this is Main Street, the main drag. This used to be all interlocking brick. Going back to the 80s, they reconstructed it in the early 80s with interlocking brick, both on the street and the sidewalks.
And they took away like all the parking spots.
And now they are redoing it again after 40 years, but no more interlocking brick. It just is back to a regular asphalt street here. And they put regular cement sidewalks. I don't know, I kind of miss the interlocking brick, you know? Yeah. It looked kind of quaint, you know? That's why they had so many Hallmark movies, I think, made here, because it had a very quaint Main Street look to it with all that sort of thing. I hope that doesn't affect the appeal of the place, you know, when they want to make those Christmas Hallmark movies and stuff like that, you know? It doesn't look quite as charming as it used to, you know?
I wonder what would be the most, because North Bay is semi-known for like being a filming destination for shows sometimes and stuff like that. I wonder what would be the most famous. I know Kids in the Hall did it.
Yeah, the Kids in the Hall. There's a lot of film production in North Bay, surprisingly. Like, it's one of the biggest industries in town now, is film and TV production.
They were doing that show Cardinal.
Just because it has the quaint small town Main Street look that a lot of these places need for their show or movie if they're set in a place like that, right?
Well, I think it's fair to say, would you say it's fair to say that North Bay, it's not a small town, it's not a big city. It's kind of that middle.
It's a very small city. Yeah. Yeah. So I guess we can walk the other way down Main Street. I just wanted to show some of what's over here.
Do they still have the Nutty Chocolate Air?
No, that's gone. That's long gone. Really? This was an awesome place called Creative Learning. It's closed down, sadly.
This looks like a cool store.
Here's North Bay Games and Hobbies. This is open for business.
Someone just opened. I believe they had their business located up north. I can't remember if it was near Falls or around there, but they just relocated it, and just within the last, I think, year. It's like a hobby shop, you know, old action figures and collectibles and that sort of thing. And I've avoided it like the plague. And the reason, because I'm afraid I'm going to go in there and like just want to spend too much money. I'm being serious. What I'm not buying.
Well, eventually you'll check it out. But yes,
when I get like an income tax, and I'm like, okay, I could like throw down $100 on something maybe.
How many weed stores are there in North Bay now?
Dude, I couldn't tell you. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's probably more than a dozen.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know, we don't have those mushroom stores.
I think
those mushroom stores.
Smoking weed is a pretty big pastime in North Bay. Yeah.
Do you ever see those in Toronto, though?
The mushroom? Oh, yeah, they're all over the place
Yeah.
now. Yeah, they're all over the place. They're not technically legal either, but they're just tolerated, I guess.
They used to have stores like that for weed.
Yeah,
well before.
They're basically what the weed stores used to be.
Used to be, yeah.
Before they were legal, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a walk along Main Street.
I haven't seen, I think I heard of one, but I haven't seen a mushroom one here.
Is there? Oh yeah, there's totally a public transit system, Novelicos. Yeah, North Bay Transit. Yeah, it's been around for a long, long time.
Kenny, the quote I always remember you saying. Let me see if I get it right. I don't want to mess it up. A good transit system is the backbone to any healthy community. Is that what you said?
Pretty much, yeah. On my skyscraper page, quote. Yeah. Public transit is the lifeblood of every healthy community. Right. That's it. So we're going to come here tonight and see a show.
They've changed it here, though. I can't remember the details, but after a certain time, the bus is like on demand.
Yeah, because now it's called dynamic dispatching.
What's up with that?
After a certain hour, I think after like 7 p.m. or something, the buses are on a kind of like you call a bus.
Yeah.
What's up with that, man?
I don't know, man.
It used to be just a regular schedule, and the buses would run until midnight at least, right? And they would run till 6 p.m. on Sundays. That's how it used to be.
You know, Ken, a couple of
And the buses would run on a 30-minute schedule usually, and there was like a good like 10 different bus routes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But they sort of gutted the bus system during COVID.
I wonder if it was just because of lack of ridership.
Well, during COVID, lack of ridership gutted the bus system, but now that ridership is back up again, they haven't restored it. They're still operating it like it's still COVID, Yeah. The buses to be back to how they were.
About 8 or 9 years ago, I was coming back from my girlfriend's place. She lived way down where I live now, way down Lakeshore. And I was going to grab the last bus. It was the middle of winter, freezing out. I'm like, well, and this is when I still lived, I think I lived on Kingsway. So anyway, I knew I could at least come downtown, get off at the terminal. It was going to be the last stop.
Right. And
I could maybe survive just walking home, because what are you going to do? And so we got to the terminal. There was me and one other guy. It was like the last route, or whatever, last ride of the night. It was me and one other guy, and she stops, and she puts the off-duty or whatever it is, or not in service sign up. And she turns around and looks at us. She goes, okay, I'll just drive you guys home personally. So where do you guys live? And she actually personally drove me and this other dude.
Oh.
Right to our house. It's like awful.
That's
I just
nice.
remember being in this gesture.
Hey, Jay DeGeneres here. What's up?
There's Waxman.
Yeah. I don't think that's fully opened yet. I think it's like by appointment or something like that,
Waxman?
right? Yeah.
Well, when did Mud Shark go over on this side?
That's been there since last year, because I was here last year and it was there.
Shows you how often I come down here.
See, even Jim doesn't come downtown anymore.
I really don't.
Yeah.
I don't even drive down here, really.
Novelicos, we'll see if I can show you the North Bay Transit Terminal. There used to be a pretty robust little transit system here, but I don't think it's the same as it used to be.
Kenny, remember you were telling me you used to get on and just ride it all day, just for something to do?
Yeah, I used to ride the North Bay Transit buses around all the time just to...
And the bus driver would be looking at you like...
Just to take joyrides and just check out different parts of town, Because they would always loop back around again, and you'd end up back downtown, right?
It's a museum.
So that's the old CP rail station. That's no longer functioning as a train station. Now it's the North Bay Museum. We'll get a look at that later on when we go back to the waterfront.
This is where the Nutty Chocolate area used to be, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Hey, Cole Sloth, what's up? Magically Ever Melanie, welcome. I used to take lots of joyrides on North Bay Transit.
I smell that. What is that? Pizza? I smell
pizza over there. I think the main street here is actually pretty nice. The buildings, the building stock on Main Street is pretty nice. It has a pretty impressive sort of length to it, you know. It's a pretty long main street. The buildings are fairly substantial. Lots of old brick buildings. It's actually pretty decent, but there's just so many gaps now because buildings keep burning down and then they don't rebuild, so there's just a big gap where, like, such as right over here. I don't know if this is from a fire, but
here's that new store I was telling you about that I've been avoiding.
DJ's Collectibles. All right.
Because I want to go to it if that makes sense. DJ's. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And what's up with this place? The Himalayan Cafe.
There's a guy playing in there though.
Oh yeah, there's a guy with a guitar over there.
Yeah. Getting ready to play.
Yeah. Some of the individuals make bus rides a joy. That's very true on the TTC, that's for sure. This used to be a cab place, right? 50 Cab.
Burnt down?
I think they just tore it down. It was like a cab, North Bay taxi, like 50 Cab or whatever. Or Union Taxi, that's it. Union, yeah. So I bet you this will be like an empty lot here for decades to come.
Yeah. Oh, there's the Moose.
Yeah. This is one of the bars downtown, the Moose. Way back in the 90s, it was a place called the Drop Zone.
Oh, it was two bars.
It was like, and...
But they still had the Moose.
Well, before the Moose was even there, it was called the Drop Zone.
And then it became the Zoo and the Moose. Remember there was the Zoo?
No, that was... You're thinking of Wilder's in the Zoo.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
could just go...
Yeah. This was just
the Moose.
The Moose, but before that it was the Drop Zone, which was like a kind of an alternative bar, so I used to hang out there.
And what was Wilder's called before again?
It was called the Continental, and the Zoo was called Madam's.
Oh, the bands that used to play there, like...
Yeah.
I heard Rush back in the day, and Anvil, and Jeff Healey.
And this used to be a supermarket called Ben's Supermarket, and I used to work...
I remember that.
I worked at Ben's Supermarket in the 90s, and now it's Domino's.
And what was the arcade? Top Hat? Is that what it was called? Happy Man.
Happy Man, yeah.
Yes, Happy Man.
Yeah, that was right here.
Right here, huh?
Yeah.
And that place was great.
Yeah. Would you say living in North Bay would be difficult without a car? Probably. I mean, I lived without a car in North Bay, but I lived downtown in the downtown area.
I know you didn't like walking to Canadian Tire. So.
Yeah, but I lived without a car for my whole life in North Bay, so I did it.
You still don't have a car.
But most people would say no, you need a car to live in North Bay because you do have to drive out to the suburban shopping centers and things like that to get lots of stuff. So that's not so easy to do if you're walking or just taking the bus or whatever. Especially now that the bus system sucks.
Yeah.
When the bus system was decent, you could do it a lot better. That's the Capitol Center. That's the performing arts venue. You catch live shows and they screen old classic movies, or they used to. Do they still play movies there?
All I know is that they screen the Rocky Horror Picture Show once a year, and I try to go every time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they do. I think you're right.
It used to be just a regular movie theater called the Capitol Theater, and that dates from the 1920s. Most of the street was built up in the early part of the 1900s, basically. So from the late 19th century to about the 1920s is when they built up Main Street here. Because North Bay became a city in 1925, right? It became changed from a town to a city in 1925.
Were you with me the night we went? I don't know if you were there that night to the Cap Center. We saw Alexis on Fire. Were you there that night?
To that one. Hey, Psycho 75, what's up? So this is the main drag.
See, I love the Capitol Center. I mean, it's a cool venue. It looks great inside. Friendly staff. I just have bad luck with them canceling things I want to go to there.
Oh, probably because of lack of demand.
That's what it is.
Look, a South Asian grocery store. See, this is something you would never see in North Bay, like back when I used to live here. Authentic South Asian groceries and more. Huh.
What's going on with this?
This was a building that burned down, and surprisingly they started rebuilding, but something happened because this has not continued. It's like they started rebuilding it, but then they stopped. And it's been sort of stuck like this for a long time now. Did they run out of money or something? I don't know. But at least they were starting to build something here.
Yeah.
There used to be like a bunch of restaurants here. There was like Sushi Island, you know, there was like a bunch of them. And then there was like another place right here that was the Lebanese restaurant, remember?
Yeah, I remember that.
And it burned down.
Remember the bar that was right here?
Yeah. There was a tattoo place and a Lebanese restaurant. So they burned down. And now it's like this. Yeah. Sorry. So who knows if they'll rebuild something here, hopefully.
So remember we'd come to this one, we used to go to shows here all the time.
Yeah.
But we'd also go, occasionally remember we saw F the Facts, so say F the Facts at this place.
That 2-for-1 pizza's been there forever. This used to be a really happening nightlife area, believe it or not. There used to be bars, like they had Wilder's here, and the zoo used to be right here where the Grand is now. So there was like 2 popular bars there. And then you had some nightclubs like Utopia, and later on a bunch of different ones down there. And then the Drop Zone, and now it's the Moose. So there used to be enough bars all along this part of Main Street that if you came here on a Friday or Saturday night, it would be hopping, man. There'd be like tons of people.
Well, can you remember we used to both just record stuff off TV on old VHS, and you had an old news segment, I'm assuming back in the 90s, and they were talking about like the wild stuff that would happen after the bars, like as far as like just people fist fighting.
Right, yeah.
Sort of thing.
Yeah. And I have a video I recorded in the 90s walking down Main Street here after all the bars were letting out at night. So I do have video proof that it used to be a, a really happening nightlife area. Oh, let's check out the bus terminal. I wanted to show Novella Coast here.
Do you recall that other video you had from way back? I can't remember. It was you and your sister, and you went to see Into the Record Store, remember?
Yep. That's from the same time. That's from the same time I did that other video.
So 90s?
Yeah, 1996. Yeah. Is the zoo a strip club? It was never a strip club, no.
The zoo, no.
But there were some scantily clad girls who would go there, though.
I have fan news. I've been over for years and years.
Yeah.
They had the Moseon Inn. That's been closed for a long time, but that was kind of outside of North Bay.
Right. So here's North Bay Transit, the bus terminal, the main downtown terminal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have footage from the 90s when downtown was a happening place. It's not really a happening place anymore, sadly.
I do like, I still like Wilder's when I make it there. It's become kind of a micro brewery, one of those micro breweries.
Yeah, like the place, it's Cecil's now? Yeah.
Cecil's, yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice place. Yeah.
I asked someone there, we're having all the like autographed guitars, Jeff Healy, and
right.
They're all sitting up in the attic.
So here we go, North Bay Transit Terminal. We have like an indoor waiting area over here. If it gets too cold in the winter or too hot in the summer.
That wasn't open when I was going to college.
No. They opened this about 15 years ago, about just before I moved away, basically. The Northlander is not operating, but they are bringing it back. They're working on restoring the Northlander service.
But no date yet.
Is that right, Tiana? Is the one in the Sioux not so nice?
The Sioux, you know, I just watched a horror movie called Of a Violent Nature. It was actually, I think it was filmed in outside Sault Ste. Marie. And you can kind of tell, just
right.
Northern Ontario sort of scenery and whatnot. I like the Sioux. Yeah, you should do a video there one of these days.
In the Sioux? That's kind of far. Yeah. All right, we'll go back to the main drag. Hey, Greg Hubers, hello. And yeah, I wasn't joking, Novakos.
Joking about what?
About the bus system here.
No, we wish we were.
Or was it Novellicos? I saw your appearance in Johnny's stream, so I know how to pronounce your name correctly now.
How's Johnny doing lately?
He's doing good. He just came back from a trip to Japan and Korea.
Oh, did he do any vids?
Oh yeah, lots. Lots of vids. You'll walk around with me, Tiana, if I go to the zoo, yeah?
What you guys got to do is one of these days do like a super, get every one of you guys who does these walk videos. There's a few, like I mean you, Johnny, but there's a few others.
Right.
But you've done some with like 2 or 3 of those.
Oh, more than that, yeah. Oh yeah. This used to be a movie theater.
Yeah, I missed that theater. I was just thinking that.
Originally called the Odeon, and then it became the Gateway.
Yeah.
But when it was the Odeon in the 80s, I saw Back to the Future here. I've told this story before.
You know, the last movie I saw there, Planet of the Apes, not the old one, the
modern
one.
Oh yeah. Trying to think what was the last movie I saw here.
So that would have been like year 2000. That was like the last, and I obviously for years before that, I went to movies here. I saw Independence Day there when I first.
Yeah, I saw Independence Day here. Yeah. I saw Titanic here. I saw like The Matrix here.
Because they still had this one open when they opened up the one at the mall.
Yeah, the mall was still there. It was just the 2 theaters in the mall.
2 theaters, yeah. Cheapskate's been open for a while.
Yeah, I think that'll happen, Jay DeJaren.
Well, you know, talking about businesses that go on forever, we're coming up on Allison.
Yep, Allison the Bookman. I worked there for a little while.
Worked everywhere.
Well,
but not for long.
Yeah, I didn't work there very long. Yeah. Hey, the Nutty One, hello.
The Nutty One.
Or just Nutty One.
See, they changed it back from it's the Fox again.
Oh yeah, here's a bunch of North Bay radio stations here. What was it? Not the Fox for a while?
No, it was Q92 or something. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know.
There's Cheapskates. That's a long-standing store there where you get, you know, like skates and
skate accessories,
skateboards and things like that. Long, like snowboards, that sort of stuff. Did I cry during Titanic?
Yeah, he did. I was there.
You weren't there.
Well, did you?
I think I think I was
on the inside.
I was just blown away by how awesome it looked when the ship was sinking. Yeah.
Yeah, it did look.
I was just like, wow.
That actually was a good movie.
Yeah.
See, that's when you know, it was kind of like hip to hate Leonardo DiCaprio because he was like a pretty boy and all that.
Right.
You know, screw Leonardo DiCaprio. Now he's one of my favorite actors. He's great. So I always remember my dad telling me the story. He had all these old comic books from the 60s, Marvel comic books.
Oh yeah.
And he was just starting teachers college in North Bay, and needed money for the rent. He took them all and they sold them to Allison the Bookman. And now, I mean, come on, those comics would have been so valuable. But that's the way it is.
Is that your favorite movie?
What, Titanic?
Yeah. So
we
here's.
could sing "My Heart Goes On," Celine Dion. We could sing that one.
Okay, belt it out.
I don't know the lyrics
this is an
either.
awesome used bookstore, Allison the Bookman. I worked there briefly.
What year did that open? It says
1973.
It says 100,000 used books.
Yeah.
How do they know? Do they count every day?
That sign has been there forever, but but it's been operating since 1973. It's big. It goes way back, right?
Oh yeah, it's deceptively big.
Yeah, it goes like way back towards the next street over. Yeah.
It like almost goes to the next. Yeah.
Like there's a lower part.
And it's funny because you think it's going to end, and then it just keeps going and it gets smaller, and pretty soon you're like this. But there's still books.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the bowling alley partners.
Oh yeah, bowling. This is one of the ugliest buildings downtown here.
Yeah?
Look at it, it's just like a tin can or something, you know? Yeah. Corrugated metal, you know?
What's corrugated?
Like it goes like you know, like a wavy kind of, yeah. Saw Titanic in 3D. Huh. How is that possible? It was not made in 3D. Titanic?
They 3D'd it.
Did they 3D it?
Later?
Oh.
Remember when Avatar came out?
Well, I never
became the rage.
I missed that somehow. Yeah.
Well, here's Ken. What's the first movie? You know what? I think I know the answer. What's the first movie me and you together went to? Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Was it that alien invasion movie, or with Justin?
What was it? Which one?
You know, where at the high school where the aliens come and inhabit the teachers at the high school.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Remember?
The Faculty?
The Faculty, yeah.
I forgot about that.
Was that the first movie we saw together?
I was singing Tight Naive, but now I'm thinking you might be right.
What came out first?
I don't know. That's kind of close. Remember we went and saw Tight Naive?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. But Justin was with us when we saw the Faculty.
I forgot all about that.
That was at the Capitol, the Arts Center. Yeah. Capitol Center.
Oh, did you come with me? Were you to see Ninja Scroll?
I don't think so. I've never seen that. Have you been to this record store before?
Yes, I was just in here today.
Oh, okay.
Today. Really good record store.
Yeah?
So that's the thing. Why is he closed? Why do all the cool stores close so early?
I know. Because no one comes downtown, that's why.
That's the one thing. You know what else? London used to be like that. They got all kinds of cool stores, and they got closed to it.
Like it used to be on a Friday night, the stores would stay open until 9 o'clock on Friday night downtown. Yeah. So downtown would be busy on a Friday night, at least until 9, with people shopping and doing things.
College kids coming out.
And then later on, it would get busy again for all the bar action, you know, like at 11 o'clock or whatever. Indra's Curry House.
So tonight, Ken, we're gonna. So what? You're gonna go home for a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I say home. Your mom's.
Yeah.
And then we'll meet back up. What time do you think we should head to Ludog's?
Around 8ish.
Around 8. Okay,
8ish.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
So I worked here for the better part of a decade.
Yeah. Do you not work in the building anymore? Because you work from home now, right?
Same company. I work for the same company.
Right. And they aren't ever going to bring anyone back into the office again?
I don't think so. I mean, just the nature of what we do, it's not really required.
Right. The junk house on Castle Street? Oh yeah, that's still there. That is still there.
What is it? The junk house?
The crazy house on Castle Street?
Which one's
with all the junk in front of it?
Oh yeah, the junk house.
Yeah.
Did you go there last time?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that place is crazy.
Yeah.
I know that guy that I want to say runs it. It's not a business.
No. It's just a house. Alright, so we're gonna make our way back to the waterfront. There's a pathway up ahead that we can take.
Are we going over the overpass?
No, we'll go through the
I know what you're talking about.
path up ahead here.
See, I was driving here, and I've driven over the overpass many times. And I noticed that the traffic always seems to speed up going over the overpass. Goes from, because the speed limit's 50.
Yeah.
I posted like a North Bay, a local group or something like that, asking, and I got all these like scientific answers. I guess there's a scientific thing to it, where it's a hill, and people like unconsciously feel they need to accelerate, even though they don't need to accelerate. And scientifically explained to me, that's the reason.
I've only ever walked over it.
Yeah. Yeah, but you've driven over it with like
other
me and
people.
stuff.
I just never pay attention to how fast we're going. Hey, Rob LeBeau, hello. Are we going to get crazy tonight, Jane? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we're getting crazy tonight.
The Green Rooster. I remember that on Main Street. Yep. My friend's mom used to work there, so I used to go there all the time.
Yeah, we'll have fun tonight, Ken. We're going to give her like we used to. There you go.
Yeah.
You remember how we used to give her? That's
yep.
how we're giving her. Are we too old to give her? Not yet.
I don't think so.
Getting there? No.
Alright, we're kind of near where I used to live. During my last...
Yeah, just over there. You can
my last years in North Bay. Let's see if we can see it.
You can probably see it almost.
You can see the top of it. Yeah. See that?
The boat. Remember we used to be called the Blow and Quench?
Yep. See that rooftop popping up above this building? That's the rooftop where my apartment was, because I lived in the attic. So that was literally my apartment that you see popping up above this building here.
Ken says he doesn't miss it. I kind of miss it.
Yeah.
Now, you know, speaking of BA, I think that's the first. I know you saw him once or twice before I did, but I think the first time I ever saw BA, I don't know how many years
was here at the bowl. Well, I knew him in the '90s before he was B.A. Johnson, right?
Right.
Yeah, when he was.
Because he used to date.
He was a friend of mine who went to university here.
He used to date North Bay girls in the '90s.
Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't we all?
So we would. You know, we had some friends, and we had mutual friends, and we met each other, and we started.
Oh, beautiful! I know what he said.
Hanging out in the '90s. So Jim used to work in this building.
Second floor, yeah.
This is the Ontario Northland Transportation Commission.
Cool little building.
Head office.
When I first started there, they had like a functioning like restaurant, like a little.
Oh yeah.
For like a calf with like French fries, cooking and everything. And literally, I was there for like a week, and they closed it.
Oh, there now you can see my old house. There it is. That's where I used to live.
Dude, you lived there for like 10 years.
14 years.
14 years.
See that little window there on the top? That's where my apartment was. That's the attic.
And man,
so it was a bachelor apartment. So my room was basically in that little triangle there.
I just remember, man, you had that drafting table where you were like doing a whole Springfield from The Simpsons.
Yeah.
You were doing the whole thing. I don't think you ever finished it.
No, I didn't. No, I was trying to draw a map of Springfield from The Simpsons, like a detailed map.
Yeah, with all like, you know,
with all the famous places that they mention on the show.
Hey Ken, do you remember the time? Like obviously you had George, but do you remember some? I can't remember who, but it was a friend. She was like real in desperate need of someone to watch. She had like 5 cats.
Yep.
And
I looked after all 5 of her. Well, she had 4 cats.
Right.
And then I had my 1 cat.
Yes.
So I had 5 cats in that tiny little apartment.
It was such a small apartment, and all of a sudden there's 5 cats in there.
Yeah, that was Amanda.
And George hated them, and it was just a madhouse.
George didn't like them at all. No.
It was insanity. Oh, we didn't walk over the. You want to walk over? It wouldn't take much just to go over it.
Yeah, can we get to it from this side?
We just kind of go like that, up that path and like that.
Maybe, let's try.
You want to try it?
Yeah.
All right.
Can we cross here?
Try this at home.
I used to live here also. Yeah, and this on the 2nd floor before I lived on McIntyre. I lived right here. And this apartment here on top. So this was my bedroom window right here. and this was the living room window right there. Yeah, so I lived there with a girlfriend I had, Melanie. Didn't live there.
Melanie.
We didn't live there very long, about a year.
I remember her. Yeah, I remember you living.
Not even a year. Because I used to live here.
Yeah.
Like in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any more questions? What?
My name is Ken.
Abraham Lincoln. I shaved my beard.
I lived here in the 90s.
Next question.
It's a long time ago, man. No? Well, I did with my girlfriend. Yeah.
All right, peace out, bro.
We're just doing a tour on public property here of the city. Right. That's all.
We'll be back after.
Jeez.
I remember someone, I shouldn't have said it, but someone was walking over here. It was a friend of mine, a friend of ours.
Yeah.
She's like, I wonder if you jumped off here, if you died. And I think you probably would, especially if you hit by a car. But I don't know, you definitely get angry or something.
Oh, yeah. You might even die if you land on, you know, on the part of your body. Yeah, you could easily die.
Fred LaFive Drive.
That was my old landlord.
That was your old landlord?
Yeah.
He doesn't remember you?
He doesn't remember me, though, no. Well, it was almost 30 years ago when I lived there. It was like 1995, right?
Remember.
Late 1995 and early 1996.
How long did you live there for?
Like a year, not even. Like, not very long. Yeah. He was all suspicious, like, why are you recording my house?
Now, as far as obviously we know, like, you can record public and stuff, but how does it work? You can't go into businesses and stuff, right? Or you can?
You can sometimes, yeah.
It depends?
Yeah. Like, public, even businesses are... But businesses can say, we'd rather not you record in here. Please leave.
But they can't, like, enforce.
Well, when I was there, living there, Jenny, I had my head shaved. So I had that buzz cut shaved head look.
When you were where?
When I lived at that house over here.
Oh, really? Man, I should have said my name was Clint Eastwood, man. The things you think about later on. Warning cyclists to stop.
Show you Walmart. Walmart's far away. I don't think we're going to make it to Walmart.
Walmart? Oh. You'll get a good view up here.
Yeah.
Oh man, you die. You totally die.
Let's look down the way we came.
Don't drop your camera.
Main Street.
That's new, eh? Like a little, well, not new, but the little turn thing. The merge.
Is it? Yeah, it looks kind of new. I don't remember that being there.
New-ish.
Yeah. Hey, Easy Flash. Hello. Yeah, pretty good view. Hey, Karen's here. Hello. So this is going onto the overpass that will take you over the railway tracks. And that'll take you into another part of town called West Ferris. Hey, Whitby Dude is here. Hello. Let's zoom in on my old house again. Hey, landlord, I am back to live streaming my house again. Was he just like sitting by the window waiting for someone to walk by so he could run out and yell at them about something?
Well, I'll turn on your videos, but just kind of like randomly I'll throw them on, and sometimes I see little areas that, and I always like, where's that? I've never been there before. So I just start paying more attention because I like to visit some of those places, the neighborhoods and whatnot.
Right. Yeah, he's just peeking out the window all day. Someone's looking at my house. Why? Why are they looking at my house? Alright, so this is sort of like a multi-use path here.
Bike path?
Yeah, bikes,
pedestrian.
People too. You can all share it. I think this bridge over here is new. Or is it newish? I don't know.
I think. Well,
maybe not. It looks it looks new. It looks new enough anyway.
I want to say that it might be new, Ken, because wasn't the bridge kind of over here now? That old bridge.
There used to be an old rickety looking one.
Yeah. It's still.
It's still there. I can see it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cynthia Ava.
Well, we're headed to the
So we're going back to the waterfront. We've been streaming for an hour and a half, over an hour and a half.
Good, that's good.
Still got almost 250 people watching, so
good.
Thanks everyone for sticking around during the North Bay stream. I know it's not Toronto content.
Gotta mix it up.
Yeah, but I did post a Toronto video today for those who like the Toronto content. It's an older video from the summer. It was a members video that's several months old now, so I thought I'll just post it today and make it public. So for those who want to see a Toronto video, you're welcome to check that one out.
So like original, like exclusive content?
Yeah, it was an exclusive members video, but it's from July, so it's old now, so I thought I'll just make it public. So there is that Toronto content for those who really like it, if North Bay is not your cup of tea. Hopefully I don't lose signal here. Maybe I'll run through here.
You're gonna run through?
Yeah.
Motorcycle.
Hopefully I don't trip on anything.
I run like a pansy.
Through.
Usually I would have even maybe put a beer in my pocket to chill with, but I'm driving.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Oh, here's that old bridge.
Hey, Lydia's here.
Lydia?
Lydia, yeah. Typical Books of Terror. Lydia.
Lydia!
Hey, Lydia, you know this guy.
Jim says hi, Lydia.
The creepy tunnel. Yeah, it is kind of creepy, isn't it?
Is that Lydia saying?
Yeah.
You still in Ottawa, Lydia?
Yeah, Lydia
I'm looking like I'm waiting for her to reply.
is a author of horror books who is from North Bay. She lives in Ottawa now. And check out her channel. She has a channel where she talks about
What? I didn't know that.
horror literature.
Yeah. We have a couple friends that are into horror and stuff. Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly also. Kelly
Yeah.
Gredner. Yeah.
Remember we went to Fan Expo and we wanted to meet up with Lydia?
Yeah.
And we were just walking around for like an hour and we just missed her. And she went
Hey,
to...
look who else is here.
Who? Oh, Tyler! Ty guy, what's up, brother?
What's up, Tyler?
What's up?
Heterochromia. Getting some old friends popping into the chat here.
Those things in Timmins, Ty. I don't know if Ty does it ever comment.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. Hey, traveling and walking around, hello.
Now, when it starts to get kind of dimish like it is now, does that like affect your video sort of, or does it?
Not really. The phone still
Does it?
picks everything up pretty well, yeah.
Does it adjust in any way?
It actually makes it look brighter
Right.
than it does out in the real world.
Right.
Yeah. Jay DeJaren, oh, you're a fan of horror, are you? Well, maybe one of the mods can link Typical Books of Terrors channel in the chat here.
What happened?
We're going to get someone to link Lydia's channel.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, if one of the mods can do that. Or you can just type it in the search bar on YouTube. It's bound to pop up.
Lydia, come to North Bay more often. Or maybe she does. Oh, this is part of a Trans-Canada Trail.
Ah, okay. So we'll cross to the other side. This is a shared path, technically, but there's a proper sidewalk here for the other side.
Going for it?
Let's go for it. The cars drive pretty fast on here. Hey, good evening, Linda. And Ty's not up to much, but he's looking forward to hanging out again soon.
Yeah, the speed limit's only 40 here. And yet everyone just drives super fast.
Right.
40, that's like Grammy speed.
Here's the sewage treatment plant over here.
Really?
Yeah, right there. Don't you ever notice sometimes when you walk by here it stinks? Yeah?
I'm not noticing it now.
Not right now, but oftentimes it will be. Kind of smelly.
So don't do that.
Okay, right on, Lydia. She'll be here in December.
December, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we've known Kelly for a long time, at least as long as we've known you, anyway. And she lives in Toronto, so...
I don't think I've ever checked out any of Lydia's videos, though. I didn't know she...
Yeah, check out her channel, yeah.
Like it's horror-oriented?
Yeah.
There's the eternal flame.
Oh yeah, they're burning off all that methane.
Yeah.
So you have this sewage treatment plant here, and across the street you have some lovely lakefront properties.
Well, see, people are getting their Halloween decorations out, and that's fine because we're in October. But I swear, man, I was seeing that like mid-September. That's too early.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Once October is around,
October 1st, right?
Yeah. Some people can't wait, though.
Well, I understand getting in the spirit and stuff, but if you get into the spirit too early, it diminishes. You know, it waters it down.
Do you know Mackenzie? She says, hi, Jim.
Oh, Mackenzie from Timmins. Hi, Mackenzie. I didn't know she watched.
There you go,
Mackenzie. Sorry I missed you last time. I was supposed to come up for the Heart of Gold and I couldn't make it because I had to move. She knows this.
Hey, Mackenzie. Glad you could check out the stream. With this character here.
Mackenzie, yeah. Friend from up north.
And if anyone's new to the channel, maybe watching for the first time, by all means, hit that subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can check out future streams. I do these regularly, usually from Toronto, but I do venture out of Toronto sometimes, obviously. Not just to my hometown, but to some other major Canadian cities.
You know, it seems everyone has a channel these days. I need a channel.
Yeah?
Okay, but what would I do with my channel?
Talk about metal.
Yeah, but...
Movies, metal.
Music.
Yeah.
Well, that's metal.
Hey, good evening, Carl Roth. Looks like we're going to catch some sunset action here.
Oh, beauty. Oh, man.
Hey, the Mockeries. Hello. North Bay is like the last stop before the Wild. I used to cottage near there.
Before the Wild? That's true. Who
Before,
said that?
yeah, this is like the gateway to the north,
They
right?
know what they're talking about.
So once you get north of North Bay, you're really in northern Ontario.
You're getting up at the mooses. And
yeah.
the backwoods for sure.
All right, I'm going to show the sunset. It's kind of bright, just so you know.
Watch your eyes, everyone.
So everyone, get ready for... I'm not going to look at it directly myself, but I'm going to point the phone towards it. So get ready.
Hope this is a dumb question, but is that going to mess up your camera?
Well, hopefully not. I won't point my phone towards it for too long because that can damage the lens. So,
remember that picture?
But it's just too nice not to show you. So, there we have Jim with the sunset. Do it again, Jim. Stand in front of the, yeah. There we go.
Do you remember that famous between me and you picture we had, me and you on the rocks? Probably close by here somewhere. With the sunset in the background, Raven?
Yeah. I think,
close by.
didn't Crystal take that pic?
I think so.
I think Crystal took that pic.
Does she watch your videos?
I don't know. Hey, Plush Mickey, hello. Glad you enjoy.
See, my friend Mackenzie's watching. Mackenzie, where's Karen? Is she watching? We need Karen to watch. That's another mutual friend. Just
okay. So I'm going to show it again. So everyone get ready.
Oh, can you get the boat?
Get ready for your eyeballs.
Maybe you get the boat.
Oh, there's a boat out there, yeah.
You see it?
I don't know.
It almost looks like maybe one of those like parasail things.
There's a boat. Is. Whoa.
This reminds me, oh, that looks actually, I'm watching through your phone right now. That actually kind of does look nice.
Look at that.
Reminds me of Cradle of Filth lyrics, when the sun has wept upon the waveless lake, except his rates. So. Alright, I got a trivia for you, Kenny. Let's do a little trivia.
Okay.
What was that boat? And this isn't the question, but I'm the Edmund Fitzgerald, that boat that sank, the one that Gordon Lightfoot sank in Lake Superior.
Yeah.
What was it, 70s or whatever?
Yeah.
Where was that boat headed? What was the destination? I mean, when it
was headed to Cleveland or something? No.
Now he says something different. Don't go by the lyrics of the Gordon Lightfoot song, because I think he does say Cleveland or something.
Okay.
That's incorrect.
Was it heading to Wisconsin?
No.
No?
You want one more guess? I'll give you one more guess.
Okay, what is it?
Zug Island, Detroit, Michigan.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Loaded with mineral ore.
Oh, okay.
So Gordon Lightfoot's full of...
I just like the part where he goes, further below Lake Ontario.
It's a good song, it's a bit long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it's an awesome song, yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
How long am I here for? Until Sunday. Heading back to Toronto on Sunday.
Hey Lydia, you know who we're going? I don't know if she's still watching that. We're going to see BA tonight. You wish you were here with us to go see BA.
Going to see BA Johnson tonight. Hey, bestest times reborn. Neville 6000. Good evening.
Neville?
Neville 6000.
Is it Steve? Is that you, Steve?
No. Different
sorry.
Here's one of the beaches. We saw another one earlier in the stream. This is another very, very nice beach here, although not a soul on it other than seagulls right now. There are some seagull souls on the beach.
I find it weird, Ken. As you know, I just moved to Manitou Street, and there's just so many ducks around there. And I think it's not, obviously that street is not right on the lake, but it's within, a couple of blocks or whatever. It's just weird to be in like this residential area and literally see like 100 ducks on the side. It's just a lot.
Why are they there? Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think they come from the lake, and I don't know why they come there. Is it warmer, or I don't know. Or there's food there for, I don't know.
Hey, Crikey, what's up? Raz P, hello. Or maybe not. Maybe I take back that hello. And that's not even really true anymore. Anyway,
What?
Raz P.
Oh, you can see the little lighthouse thing. Well, it's not a lighthouse, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Has anyone swam across Lake Nipissing, Ken?
Well, I'm sure someone must have.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't think it's that challenging compared to some other.
Now.
I mean, people swim across Lake Ontario all the time.
Did you watch that movie? She's a famous actress. I can't remember her name now, but she swam. She didn't do it, but it's based on a true story of a woman who swam from Cuba to Miami.
Thomas Brown, hello.
Pretty scary. It is beautiful.
Yeah, the sun is disappearing. It's about to disappear.
You can actually look at it now without...
Yeah, it's about to slip below the horizon. You can actually see the very top of the disk of the sun. Let's watch it go below the horizon here.
You know, I was a few years ago, remember when I came down with Muriel, my girlfriend at the time?
Yeah.
And we went up to CN Tower. And we didn't time it like that on purpose, but it just happened to be sunset. And it was quite the thing to watch it from the sunset from the top of the CN Tower that day.
Random seagulls flying by.
All seagulls are red.
Yeah, the North Bay waterfront is actually one of the nicest waterfronts, I would say, in Ontario for sure, of all the towns that have a waterfront.
That's another reason it's the same read. They got a really nice waterfront too.
Yep.
Rocks and whatnot.
It's just too bad the downtown is in such rough shape, because it's literally right beside the waterfront here, and that would be awesome if they were...
Well, do you remember back in the day how hard it was just to walk from downtown?
Yeah, you had to go all the way around,
right?
Go around,
yeah.
But now there's a tunnel.
Yeah, finally they, years later, they could have...
But imagine if downtown was like all healthy and alive and
vibrant,
full of restaurants and activity, and then you could easily walk from Main Street here to the waterfront.
Instead of rustic methods.
Right.
What was it? What?
Because I was saying, just, you know, like 20 years ago, even Main Street was like in way better shape, you know, like it was way livelier. It used to be lively and interesting and lots of normal people. Holy moly.
It is nice. I don't know how... Well, you said it's going to turn out kind of brighter on your... Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So you can see how the sky really looks, but zoomed in here. Looks nicer like this.
North Bay was like Toronto was back in the 50s. Yeah.
So the sun is disappearing.
Night orbs.
This is Lake Nipissing. It's not one of the Great Lakes, but it is a big lake, though.
It's a lake so big, you can't
it's
see this
part of the Great Lakes watershed, right?
Oh, you're getting fancy.
I mean, you can find yourself...
See you later.
See you later. There's a river called the French River that connects Lake Nipissing to Georgian Bay.
I wonder if they have otters in there.
And if you take away the Great Lakes, this is one of the biggest lakes in Ontario.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
It's the biggest after the
It's one of them. Not
the
the
biggest.
I'm not sure. Either Lake St. Clair, or there's Lake St. Clair, there's Lake Simcoe.
Yeah, St. Clair's big, yeah.
Yeah. And then Lake Nipissing, and
There's
there's
probably some up north.
a couple
too.
up in northwestern Ontario. Yeah.
I know just Canada in general, like Great Slave Lake and Bear Lake, and there's all kinds of people.
Getting scientific now.
Now, do you find...
I was just a geography nerd, that's all.
Are a lot of your viewers mostly from I assume Canada or whatever, but I'm sure you have yours from like all over the world.
All over the world, yeah. Most of them are from Canada.
Yeah.
And then I think England, India, Germany,
India,
yeah. And then, but after that, it's literally everywhere in smaller numbers, you know.
Right.
Bestest Times Reborn, $2 Australian $2. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hope you're having the bestest time, root beer time. Thank you very much.
We are.
For your support, Bestest Times Reborn. Cheers. Thank you so much. Hey, Davey Bacage is waving at me from across the lake. Well, the sun has gone away. You can still see some of the sunset though. That's right. Goodbye, orb. Until tomorrow.
Oh, there's his back.
Oh yeah.
I actually saw someone, Ken. I mentioned it because you're familiar with the layout of Cochrane. They kind of have a lake right in the middle.
Yeah.
Albeit a small lake, but deep. And anyway, I actually just saw a YouTube video. I don't think it's that old of a video, but someone did some scuba. Like,
how deep is it?
What's that?
How deep is it?
Well, there's certain areas which I hear are crazy deep. I couldn't give you like actual specifics on it. But they didn't go like crazy deep. They just, well, they went deep enough. But oh my, like just the junk down there. Just old fishing shacks and skidoos and cars.
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
It's not even a very big lake, you know? You can walk around it in like an hour or whatever.
The deal with it is, I think, they have the fishing derby every year, or at least they used to. I'm sure people still fish on it, like ice fishing.
Right.
And sometimes people just would collect their sheds. They just let it, when the water would melt, it would just fall in.
Okay, yeah.
Or people would literally just try to, the ice would be thin and they'd ride their skidoo across and they'd go through or whatever. But part of that, if you recall, like we used to call the yellow bars that kind of go around the lake, they actually use it on a clear day. You can see them. They use cars as part of the construction to hold up that road that kind of goes around.
Okay.
Yeah. They just use construction. You can see those old cars, and they're just cool.
Huh. This lake isn't very deep. It's shallow. Lake Nipissing is really shallow.
I've seen people or heard of people catching pretty big fish in it.
There's big fish in it, but it's still a shallow.
Yeah, not that is connected.
Shallow lake though. Yeah. Trout Lake, though, on the other side of town is the deep lake. That's where we get our drinking water from.
There was like a mystery of this old couple on Trout Lake. They disappeared. Did you hear about this before?
Not really.
Yeah,
no.
They disappeared back in the 70s, and I guess they eventually found their boat. They assumed they drowned or whatever. But...
Oh yeah, you can swim in Lake Nipissing. Like, there's all the beaches along here. It's a popular spot for swimming for sure. You can walk pretty far out because it's so shallow, and you'll still be like only like up to your shoulders or whatever. And it has the big waves sometimes when it's windy. Got some waves right now, but they can get pretty good size waves, and it's fun to walk out.
Well, when we first started the video, those waves were not the biggest I've ever seen, but they were big enough.
Yeah, it's fun to walk out into the lake with the big waves, you know. And since it's shallow, it's warm, right? In the summer, it gets pretty warm. Hey, Life Art Times, welcome. Got some funky clouds here.
Funky like a monkey?
Sounds like a Beastie Boys song. Yeah.
Brass monkey, that funky monkey.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Brass monkey, junkie, that funky monkey.
Oh, of course the shad flies, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, we're not shad season.
You can't remember. You can't not remember the shad flies.
Ken, is it true that they used to have like a shad festival in North Bay?
I don't remember a shad festival.
Well, I found evidence that they used to have a shad festival in North Bay.
I don't remember it being a big thing if it was a shad festival. Maybe there was. I never took part in it anyway.
You never attended the
No.
shad fest? You know, they're completely edible.
Yeah, I imagine. I don't see why they wouldn't be. Yeah. I don't know how good they taste though. Hey, Blind Man Racing, hello. I haven't been to Greco's yet. No.
We'll walk by it.
That's a plan for later though.
We're going there later.
Well, maybe not tonight, but maybe tomorrow.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, maybe we could
Yeah.
go after BA. Is that how late's it open?
I think it's open till like 11 or something. Yeah.
No, maybe not.
But tomorrow I have like all day to do things, so
Yeah, I have tomorrow off as well.
tomorrow is a definite possibility for some Grecos.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean Bazilla, how you doing? Got like some little areas up here with benches and stuff. You can walk up and then walk back down again. Let's do it. It's starting to get dark though. Huh.
We're losing light.
Yep. Oh yeah, there's parking up here. Not as nice, but you
We
can
go
see.
back down this side.
Yeah, but you can see. It's just a nice spot, you know. All the nice views. Hey, Canadian Vasily, what's up? Got this thing. This has been here a long time.
What's that thing?
It's art.
Some sort of arts installation? Is it like kind of like a totem?
Maybe.
Yeah.
It kind of has a bit of a totem pole quality to it. It's kind of weird looking. I like it.
Well, you know, it gives you the names of the different flowers.
Oh yeah, yeah. Lots of awesome landscaping all along here too. If you're into that sort of thing, it definitely adds to the beauty of the waterfront. And back down to the main path. So on the other side of Memorial Drive, there's a bike path. If you want to cycle along here, you can definitely do that. Some cyclists use this path too, even though this is the walking path, but whatever. Some walkers use the bike path. So anything goes, apparently. Hey, Michael Wynn, hello. Yeah, I'm not in Toronto. It's not as far from Toronto as people think, though. People confuse North Bay with Thunder Bay, and they think it's like...
It's only a couple hours.
They think it's like 16 hours away or some crazy shit like that. It's only about a 3-hour drive north of the greater Toronto area, right?
I'll tell you what, it is a trip. Going from London, Ontario to Timmins, Ontario in the same day.
Yeah. Like when you and I drove from Vaughan Metropolitan Center Station.
Yeah.
So that's, you know, in the
That was the
right north of the city in Vaughan.
That was the northern terminus.
Yeah, the last subway station on line 1. Jim picked me up there and we drove to North Bay. We made it to North Bay in less than 3 hours. So
But I drove like a maniac.
yeah, he drove fast though, but we made it to North Bay in less than 3 hours from a subway station in Toronto, or just outside of Toronto.
I'm a bit of an early riser, Kenny not as much.
Yeah, I'm not.
And
yeah.
so and I headed through Toronto. I make it to the subway station. I messaged Kenny, he's still in bed.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
like, well, dude, well, I was like,
I don't
dude, we
need
had a
to-
plan though.
yeah, I mean, my plan was to sleep in as long as possible and then make it there in the nick of time, right?
I
So
remember going, Ken, I'm at the subway station. Can you make it? You're like, holy dude.
I made it though.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
I'm
hey.
not complaining.
Canadian Vasily, a $10 super chat.
Nice.
You like this new town we're
You're gonna
exploring?
be
Yeah.
drinking so much root beer.
This is where I grew up. This is Not where I was born, but I grew up here for most of my life until I moved to Toronto. Thank you very much, Vasily, for the generous $10 super.
I miss Kenny.
Cheers.
Ken, I
Cheers,
miss you in
Vasily.
North Bay. You gotta come to North Bay.
Yeah, I come here maybe once a year.
If that.
At least every other year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because, you know, I have certain people, I like going to shows like we used to do, and I have certain, and you can go by yourself, I'm not saying you can't, but it's funner with some company, right?
Right.
And I have people that I can go with, but sometimes it's, you know, they're busy or something like that, and it's like, I'm not going to go by myself, you know?
Well, that's right. Thank you, Jay DeJaren, for reminding me. Canadian Vasily is also a Toronto walktuber.
What?
Who has a growing channel, so check him out.
Oh, another walker?
Yeah, he's trying to get up to the 1,000 sub mark.
Well, I was trying to think of earlier. Is there a name for you people that I don't?
Walk,
I didn't mean to like you.
walktuber.
Walktubers? Okay.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
It's just a made-up thing, but whatever.
Walktubers. No, it's perfect,
Yeah.
really. Walktubers.
Yeah.
How many walktubers would you say in Toronto
A lot.
on a regular basis? More than 50?
There's a lot. I don't know about 50, but there's at least 20 or 25 at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like who do it regularly, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Like there's some who
I'm
just
not talking like one-off.
there's some who just do it occasionally, like whatever, but the ones who have a channel that they regularly make content for, yeah, there's probably at least 20 of them.
See, I like being in your videos and doing this with you, but I also like to, you know, I've watched some of Johnny Stride's videos. One of these days I want to wind up on one of Johnny Stride's, even if it's just me walking by in the background or something.
Yeah.
Kind of figure out where he is and then like go there and just walk by. Just to say I did it.
Yeah.
When's the last time you guys did like a dual video? I know you've done a few.
Me and Johnny just a month and a half ago.
Oh, not that long ago.
2 months at the top, at tops, yeah.
Still coming in clear. Oh, it looks nice and crisp though, at least from what I'm looking on your screen here.
Yeah, it always looks good on the phone, you know, even better than it looks sometimes
But
in
at
real
some
life.
point though, it must get just dark.
Yeah. But I think, not to, you know, toot my own horn, but I'm pretty sure I was the first walktuber in Toronto though.
Yeah?
Yeah. Who does it this way, in this format?
Right.
Yeah. I think I was the first one. Yeah.
You paved the way for all who came after.
Yeah. There were other people doing similar content, but not this style of walktubing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I even remember in North Bay, you were almost doing, I don't know if you had the grand plan in your head at the time, but do you remember we did little drives downtown, just video and stuff like that?
I always did stuff like that.
Yeah, I felt like those were almost kind of like the kind of precursor.
They were, yeah. Here's some info about the Manitou Islands. Those are those islands you can see right up ahead there. You can see the outline of them there. There's an old abandoned mine shaft on one of them. It's kind of spooky.
When I turned on one of your videos recently, it was one you had done recently with Megan. So a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
And you were talking about a previous video to that, where I guess you were doing you went to a haunted, someplace that was supposedly haunted. Or
right.
something.
Right. Yeah.
And you were kind of poking a little bit of fun, going, well, if I don't believe it, I don't got nothing to be afraid of. And I remember thinking, well, just because you don't believe it, don't mean it ain't true, you know.
Right.
I don't believe in ghosts either.
I don't know. I never did.
Well, we almost made it, Ken.
Yeah.
A circle.
Yeah. We're at over 2 hours now. Here's the old Chief Commander. We saw the other Chief Commander at the beginning of the stream. This is the older one.
Do they still use this as a bar?
This is dry docked. Yeah, it's a restaurant, bar, or whatever. This is the Chief Commander 1. So the Chief Commander 2 was the other one. Even the Chief Commander 2 is pretty old now. That dates from the 70s at least, right? Yeah.
How old is this one?
This one's really old. I'm not sure exactly how old. Do I have my sweater? No, I don't feel hot ever. Or cold, I mean. I don't feel cold. I always feel hot.
That's what it is. I mean, Ken. He always
Yeah.
feels hot. I always feel cold.
So I'm t-shirt guy literally until it's almost snowing. And then I'm like, well, maybe I'll get a hoodie or something, right?
I'm the one with like 3 layers in the middle of July.
And you grew up in Cochrane. What's up with
No.
that? Yeah. You should have a higher tolerance for cold than me.
I do in a way. But
Yeah.
I can change. So how do I explain this? I'm mentally more able to handle cold.
Right.
Physically, no.
Right.
But mentally, I can tough it out better than people from maybe up down
I
south.
get you.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get you. Yeah. So did you park back there or over here?
What's that?
Did you park over here or over there?
I don't. I'm on this side. Huh?
Oh, okay. Well, we'll find it. Yeah, we're not done really anyway. So. Okay, you're over there. Yeah. Okay. Hey, lobster boy. What's up? Here's the old Chief Commander. I assume it's still operating as some sort of business, restaurant, bar, but it's definitely not open right now on a Friday night, so I have no idea what's going on with this now. Maybe it's closed. You would think on a Friday night it would be open, right? It used to be sort of like a nightlife spot.
This must not be a bar anymore. It would be open.
Yeah, like I was just saying, like it used to be a popular place, right?
Oh, really popular.
Yeah. There's a town nearby called Callender. Yeah, just immediately south of North Bay. Sort of like a suburb of North Bay now.
Callender's really great too.
It's a growing little suburban area just south of North
they
Bay.
have cool little stores there too.
Yeah.
A little record store and collectible store and
Yep.
tattoo place, and I think.
And Callender was also where the Dion quintuplets sort of lived for a while. They were born in Corbeil,
Where's that house? Is that house
which
still
is
around?
another little town just outside of North Bay.
The Quint house is, I think, just up there a little.
Yeah, that's the museum now. Yeah. So the Dion quintuplets house was in Corbeil. But after they became famous, they built a new house for them in Callender. And that became sort of like a museum, like a Gawker sort of. Like people would just travel to North Bay from all over North America just to gawk at the quintuplets like they were animals in the zoo or something, right? They'd just have a little play area for the girls to play. And people would be lined up just watching them like, wow, look at them. They all look the same.
It's kind of cool though, like
Yeah.
little babies all
Yeah.
twins or whatever.
So that was in Callender